Hi, everybody. This is Marilyn. Do we have any audio for this? Thank you. Hello, everybody. This is Marilyn, and it's time for the noon edition of Welcome to My World, plus probably about 5 minutes. Sorry about that. Anyway, today is Friday, the 10th of June, and it looks like, much to my great relief, they got a bunch of new bus drivers for today, and I certainly do appreciate that. I don't know where we had those ones we had yesterday, but they were terrible. Anyway, these are really good bus drivers, and the market has definitely moved a little bit. Let's see, we've got all of the indices are pretty much trading in unison. The NQ, I notice, has been in kind of a tight range, but the YM gave some nice trends today, and Apex put those E's right up, and it was just I really like that. And it looks like the ES isn't too inclined to move around a whole lot. Crude oil, the big news in crude oil today is that it sold off. It started yesterday afternoon, but it looks like it's not going to be able to hold this $50 close. Unless it does, they start buying contracts into the close this afternoon. And you won't know until it's time for them to do that. But what I don't like right now in crude oil is this. It's trying to change from the red apexes. We got first number one, and then we got number two now is the dark red. Somebody calls this coral color the pink grapefruit. Anyway, we've got the first one of the E's that the downtrend did not hold. Got the first one of the green E's, and it's trying to make the second one. I'm not too sure if it's going to be successful in completing that or not. But Brent is trending down, but at least it's holding above $50 right now. We've had bonds make, this is just a classic, wonderful, let me show you what bonds look like for those of you who have not. This was just so nice. This morning about 9:30, Trend Catcher put an entry point right here off of this. This is a power line, this blue line, and it no, that's a deviation. Sorry, it's a deviation low, and I thought maybe it would go up to the next deviation, but it just kept right on chugging. So that was really nice. And when it turned around again, Trend Catcher put in another entry point right here. So there was another nice trend down. Bonds are really nice to trade when they trend, and when they don't, they are really bratty. I don't like bonds unless they're trending at all. So the big news here this morning is this VIX. We've got the VIX trading over 16 right now. So we'll see going into the close if these indices continue to sell off. They have I have YM up, and it's had its red apexes going for most of this morning. So one thing I did want to point out to you, we have some people in this room who are trading Forex pairs, and I'm not talking about Nadex. I'm talking about spot Forex, not Nadex and not currency futures, spot Forex. They are trading the actual uh, whatever it is, U.S. dollar, Japanese yen, or the euro US dollar, or whatever it is. If you are one of those traders, I would suggest that you take a couple of minutes this afternoon to call your broker and find out, or at least be on the alert for an email telling you that as of Monday, not all the brokerages, but some of them are going to increase their margin on spot Forex that has anything to do with the euro. It won't be across the board, all pairs. It's anything with the euro or the British pound sterling or the Swiss franc. And they're preparing to protect themselves with the and get in front of the Brexit possibility when that referendum comes up, even in anticipation of that referendum. So if you are among those traders, be on the alert for an email advising you that they have changed their margin requirements on those kinds of pairs before you learn the hard way. So let's see. I don't see too much else that's very exciting, but this VIX coming up is an indication that next week these markets may, the indices in particular, may continue on to the south side. Anytime YM gets up real close to this 18,000 mark, it's going to take some serious amount of contracts to drive the bus north of 18,000. So it kind of went up there a couple days ago and messed around a little bit, and it can't get too enthusiastic about breaking that level. On Monday, we're going to have, let's see, Monday, we don't have a lot of news in the morning on Monday, at least thus far. Tuesday, it's going to start to pick up. There's a bunch of British pound sterling that will affect the GBP. On Tuesday morning early, the U.S. has news on Tuesday also. And then I think it's Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Yes, it is. FOMAC will be meeting on the 14th and 15th of next week. So the other thing that I wanted to point out, we've got a lot of new people in here, and there was a discussion early this morning about do we roll or do we not on the indices. And I double-checked those. The volume was definitely going to the September contract. So if you trade those indices and you have not rolled them, be sure you do that over the weekend so you're ready to go on Monday morning, because that's where the activity will be in the September contracts on those. If you don't know how to do that, go to the Apex website and just do a search for contract rolling or something. You'll find it, but there are videos and there are screenshot posts in there about how to roll your contracts. One of the things that's very confusing in this room, especially for new people, and I do understand this, so if you don't quite understand it yet and you kind of, this is like, what, don't feel bad. Just ask till you get some help, because Nadex is a completely different exchange, and their products are different on Nadex, and they roll their contracts very often on a different schedule than we do for futures. With futures contracts, we're looking for the old adage of follow the money. Wherever the big boys are going, we want to follow the big boys. So we're following where the volume is and where the money is. So just I'm very well aware of how confusing that is, and it would be less so if they would all roll at the same time, which they do not. But the indices, the currencies, which is the straight up futures currencies, the 6C and the 6E and that those, and as well as bonds and the DX, the dollar futures, those all need to be on the September contract. So if you haven't done that, do it over the weekend so you're ready to go on Monday morning. Crude oil is the only one, in my opinion, that behaves well because it rolls every month. So that's kind of a no-brainer. We just do that every month. But other commodities are animals unto their own. And gold will sometimes roll to the next month, and sometimes it skips the next month and rolls for 2 months. But right now we are trading the July contract on gold. So if you have any questions about those, don't hesitate to ask, because it's not possible to trade unless you are on the correct contract. You can also verify those contracts on by mousing over the HotCom icon, and you'll get the ones that are posted in the chart. I keep those minimized, but those things make a real good reference to see what month those charts are on. And if you don't know where that is, it's up here in the upper left-hand corner. You can see where it says that, what contract. Okay, so with that, I think that's about it for today. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend and stay safe. So we're all in here bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready to go on Monday morning. It's going to be, next week is going to be pretty exciting trading, I think. It always is when we have FOMAC meeting, and there's the markets are watching what they're doing and what they're saying and any news leaks coming out of there. And of course, right now we've got the chattering class talking greatly about crude oil, and since it broke 50, is that going to hold? My personal take on that is not likely, but then you never know, because right now crude oil, the Nigerian crude oil, is completely offline, and there's no ETA on when that will come back into the market, likely a long time. Venezuela is about to self-destruct, and lots and lots of crises in the Middle East. So energy is always a